What's going on, everyone? Got a little story for you guys to hear. I would actually call it a disturbing story, if you want to call it that. Definitely something that kind of raised an alarm. So, in order to hear the story, you got to hear the backstory. My company ended up owing me some money, and instead of issuing me money through direct deposit, like I get my paychecks to cut me a check. And I wanted to save this for you guys. This is the receipt from the check was up here. Now it was a company check, had a company name, had their bank, you know. This is not my bank, by the way. Um, had their, account number and everything on it. So as you can see, I had no trouble cashing the check. Um, let's go back to the beginning. I go to the bank with this check, and I was thinking, I've been spending a lot of money on silver lately, a lot of cash. Why don't I just cash this? This was supposed to go into the bank and pay a bill that is a reimbursement for something I bought for the company, and they paid me back. It's very simple, very simple. And so I'm gonna have a big credit card bill because I put this item on my credit card. But I was like, why take out the money out of the bank? Why withdraw money and then deposit it? I just cash this. That was the idea. So go to the bank. By the way, this took place a couple weeks ago, because you could tell the check is dated 4/4. I I didn't want to do the video. I was like, you know what? It's not important, but you know what? It is. So it really just goes to what's going on in the world of banking, and I figured I would tell my story. Go to the counter, give her the check. Say I'd like to cash this. Okay. First thing they ask for is your driver's license. Second thing they ask for is your bank card. I get that. Security reasons, yada yada. Yada yada. So punches in the bank card. Okay. Put my PIN in. Takes my driver's license and types some numbers off that. I'm like, oh, whatever. It's more security, and make sure it's me. I don't know what they grabbed off my license, maybe my number, but regardless. She takes the check. Now, mind you, I'd already had this back signed. I had already had this copy tore off. It was in this envelope. And looking at the check, looking at it. It was an older woman. The next thing she says to me, she says, "Is this a business check?" Like, I go, "Yeah." I kind of pause because I didn't. What do I say to that? And she says, "Well, what is this for?" Right? I paused. I didn't know what to say. Like, what do you mean? What is this for? First of all, a lot of things going through my head. A, it's none of your business. That should have been my that should have been my response. None of your business, because A, it's not. But B, it's not. It's not what is the point? Like, it's my check, my name. You've already proved who I am. Just cash the check. You know what I mean? I am not the kind of person to make a scene, and the woman was super nice, so I could not. I was like, well, and I lied. I said it's my bonus check. I didn't want to say. I didn't know what to say. I didn't want her to think like the check was fake. Like, I didn't want to say, oh, my company's reimbursing me for something. You know what I mean? Like, why would I? Why? I just didn't know. Like, I didn't understand why I was being questioned. What do you guys think? Put in the comments why she would ask those questions. I mean, I proved who I was by my bank card with my PIN that should have brought up all my account information. I didn't go to this bank and cash it. I went to my bank with my account number. And then you have my driver's license, which shows my face, shows my, you know, uh, I'm sure, maybe my driver's license is linked to my account. So I don't know. I definitely thought for at least 2 weeks now about this, and I wasn't even going to do a video on it, but I'm like, you know what? My story needs to be told, because it all goes back to, the direction that we're heading into with these banks. I just, it really kind of was none of her business. I mean, what is she thinking? What kind of check is this? Is this a business check? She must have really thought I was cashing a fake check. I mean, I guarantee if I would have taken the check and said I'm depositing this in my account, the money just would have went from the check to my checking account. It would have been, nothing to do. But because I was cashing it, I think they must have extra steps that they must take. Um, I've never been asked for that. I've had Christmas bonus checks that I just go cash them. I mean, no big deal. Maybe it was because of this certain amount. I mean, this was I don't think that's a lot of money, but it maybe that was it. Maybe because it was over a certain dollar, and maybe over anything over 1,000. So I just wanted to tell my story about what happened to me at the bank. These bank videos seem to be popping up on YouTube quite often. Oh, I'm sorry. And I just just want to know what you guys think. Has this happened to any of you guys? I know that in my last bank video, I'm getting a lot of comments, tons and tons of comments about, you try to take out X amount of dollars and you can't. That's like one of the biggest comments on my last bank video. And that is just kind of mind-boggling there. I get, if you're trying to clear out your account and you want a couple 100,000, yeah, they don't have that kind of cash, but maybe in 15 grand, they definitely, I totally believe that they should not be able to ask you what it's for. I'm a firm believer, because someone did put in my comments, oh yeah, someone asked me what it was for. I told them, you didn't ask me where it came from when I deposited it. That's a classic answer right there, in my opinion. So, I I I'm worried about, the direction of these banks. I'm worried about this digital currency. I don't know what's going on in England. I heard rumors. Got to look into it about the um, CB, central bank digital currency. And I'm watching this guy's channel over there, and he's talking about he can't take out £1,000, and he's trying to close out his accounts. Is that really what's going on in England? I mean, that they're way farther worse than we are then, because we don't have nothing like that. Um, Limit how much money you can take out. At least I haven't heard anything about that. So, all right. Well, I just wanted to tell my quick story. Definitely leave a comment about what you think. And we'll catch you on the next one.